Well, good morning and welcome to the GRCC Wealthy Learning Corner. Delighted that all of you are here today. We've got a lot of students sitting here on the front row. It's really wonderful to see you here because this is what this program is all about. We're here this morning to announce an exciting partnership between Grand Rapids Community College and the Grand Rapids Public School District, where we're really, I think, showing our missions at its finest. And the superintendent will explain this a little bit more broadly than myself, but the spirit of this program is to reach out to students in the Kent County area, not just the Grand Rapids Public School District, but across the Kent County area, those folks that we know left high school without their diploma. And in effect, we are going to reach out and pull them back into this learning environment, not only completing that high school work, but we want to move on to dual enrollment with Grand Rapids Community College, and then ultimately enrollment at our community college or another institution of higher education. In this region, it's an absolute fact and given that without post-secondary credentials, you will not obtain a sustainable life and have the ability to support your family. It's a right that we all should have. And so for me as president of the community college, the opportunity to partner with Superintendent Taylor and the school district to bring this program online is just a marvelous event that I'm so proud to be here to help to announce. With that, let me turn this over to the superintendent. Superintendent Taylor.
Good morning. I'm Bernard Taylor. I'm superintendent of the Grand Rapids Public Schools, and I couldn't be more pleased and more happy and more excited to announce this partnership with Grand Rapids Community College. And I would certainly be remiss if I did not thank President Ender for his foresight, for his support, and for his diligence in bringing this partnership together. What we are endeavoring to do is to create a pathway for those students who have dropped out of school, those students who are ages 16 to 19, to re-engage in school, to get a high school diploma, not pursue a GED, but to pursue a high school diploma. Upon earning that high school diploma, we want those students to continue right here at this center and start to do the work that they need to do to become college ready. Oftentimes what we see with students who are in this age group who have dropped out is that even if they do re-engage and even if they do obtain a GED or a high school diploma, oftentimes they have to take remedial courses, which they are paying for through Pell Grants or other financial aid that they receive. What we want to do is use this time where they are still eligible to be supported through the resources that the district receives through the state for them to be able to, again, pursue their high school diploma, but at the same time, instead of paying for remedial courses, get the support that they need while they are still high school age. And we believe that by doing that, first of all, we're leveraging public dollars in a way that accrues the best support to students. It's an innovative public-private partnership where we are working hand in hand with community college so that, again, students have a seamless transition from high school to GRCC. Our hope is at the end of this project, these students will be able to matriculate to a four-year institution and that they'll have the resources that they need to complete their four-year degree. So again, this is another example of the Grand Rapids Public Schools looking at what it needs to do to better serve its students and serve this community, partnering with a key ally, which is Grand Rapids Community College. And I can stand here and say without equivocation that the Grand Rapids Community College has been one of the most stalwart partners of the Grand Rapids Public Schools, certainly before my tenure, but certainly during it. So I certainly want to thank President Ender. I know that we have trustees Blakey and Anderson here, and I certainly want to extend my support and congratulations to the Board of Trustees of Grand Rapids Community College. Mrs. Lanier, our board president, could not be here this morning, but she did ask me to convey to all the support of the Grand Rapids Board of Education in making this endeavor possible and moving it forward. And I certainly want to thank my staff, most particularly Mr. Kurt Johnson, for spearheading this effort. Now, Mr. Johnson knows that sometimes ideas come up out of nowhere and they get fast-tracked very quickly. But Mr. Johnson and Mrs. Freiberger, who is the link between the two. She was part of Grand Rapids Public Schools. She now works with GRCC. And She, along with President Ender's wonderful staff of GRCC, have worked to bring this to fruition today. And I certainly want to thank everyone, Mr. Selman, Mr. Johnson, Mrs. Freiberger, the others affiliated with Grand Rapids Community College who made this possible. But what is most exciting for me today is to be standing here at the Learning Corner at Wealthy Street and being able to say that we're going to keep this place open, that it's going to be a place where all students can come and see their dream come true of a high school diploma, but more importantly, for them to go on and get a 2-year and 4-year degree. President Ender is most correct that if you do not have a post-secondary credential, more specifically a 2 or 4-year degree, your economic circumstances can be very, very difficult. Well, this partnership today is an opportunity for young people to reconnect. And for those of you who fall in that 16 to 19 age category, this is about you. But if you know someone 16 to 19, please let them know about this opportunity. Now, we have about 150 slots available. So those of you who are sitting here today, I need you to be ambassadors, and I need you to go out and tell people about this so that every seat that's in this room is filled. And if we keep filling them, that means more and more people are going to be better educated, and a better educated community means that all of us will be the better for it. So again, I want to thank everyone for being here. I certainly want to thank President Ender again, and certainly want to, again, Mr. Johnson, I know you'll be speaking next, but I want to especially thank you and Mr. Selman for making all this come together so quickly, but in a way that I think will yield tangible results for everybody involved. So thank you all for being here this morning.
Good morning. It is a pleasure and honor to see students out this morning as they're preparing for the start of the school. It even gives me great pleasure. I see one of my former elementary students from way back when. Good to see you, Tolliver family. We're happy about the partnership, as Dr. Taylor alluded, in terms of what the opportunities that will persist or be provided for students. It gives the students a chance to re-engage in the educational process for those who have left it for whatever reasons. But one of the things that we want to do and accomplish in our environment is that we individualize the educational experience for every student, because a lot of students end up in special programming for a lot of different reasons. You might come at the same time, but your needs are very different. We want to make sure that we're embracing the concept of education anytime, anywhere. So it doesn't mean that you have to be in a traditional setting on the confines of a traditional high school campus. So education can happen anytime, anywhere. We're looking to provide that. We want to make sure that you are being exposed to the content expectations that the state has deemed important for high school graduation. And then we want to also make sure that you are taking this experience and being able to build upon it to your next level in life, onto post-secondary academic success. So we're very pleased to have you here. Some of the program particulars is that students will be engaged in a myriad of courses in all core subject areas through online courses. And we are privileged to be able to provide those courses because it will allow students to work at their own individual pace. Some students may need more time, some students may need less time, but it will allow you to have an individual graduation plan so that you always know where the finish line is and how close you are to crossing it. So we look forward to serving our community. It's a great opportunity for each and every one to partake in this. We're looking forward to building parent support. This program will be aligned with many of our district initiatives around some of the other things that happen in the district around curricular practices, around parent and support parent engagement, community engagement. So we look forward to interacting with parents and community to make sure each and every student that is in this program is successful. And we look forward to seeing all of you one day very soon at your graduation, where you're shaking the hand of our superintendent and receiving a diploma, but then also segueing right into GRCC Community College for your next level of education, which would be the post-secondary experience. So I want to thank you all for being out here this morning, and then I'm going to turn it over to another colleague, David Selman, to say a few words with GRCC. Thank you.
I too would like to welcome you all, and Grand Rapids Community College again has extended themselves to the community. I'd like to thank Dr. Ender for having this vision and allowing us to do it. Also, Cindy Martin, our actually the Dean of Developmental Ed, and also Linda Spoolman, who has worked for the last 3 months to make this thing happen. We're excited about this challenge. We're heavily involved in the recruiting process. I think this is something we can do. The seats are filling up. We're probably real close to 40 students, so we got about 110 seats left. And so if you, again, like Dr. Taylor said, we need you guys to be ambassadors. So if you can go out into the community, and you know people are in this situation between the ages of 16 and actually 19, we ask that you tell them about this program. We want to get you enrolled, want to get you into the community college, or want to get you in some kind of post-secondary setting. So again, I want to thank everybody for coming out. Thank Kurt Johnson. It's been great to work with you. I started working with Kurt 20 years ago at the public schools, and I went to the community college, and he moved up the ranks in the public schools. So just want to thank all the media for coming out, and if you have any questions, we will welcome all of them. Thank you.
So for the folks from the press, we'd be glad to take some questions in an open format, or perhaps you'd like to just single us out and ask some questions. We have concluded the formal part of this presentation. Anybody?
Is this modeled after a program in another college in another district, or is this something you guys created on your own?
Well, I'm going to ask the superintendent to answer that question. The concept of a middle college, if you will, is not unique in four-year world, but this concept of reaching out to students who we know have not completed and really pulling them back in, I think is very unique.
Well, I think Dr. Ender is being a little modest here. We both talked about this pelling out phenomenon, and we wanted to look at a way to address it. We both recognized the need to maintain the presence of community college at these Learning Corner locations. It helps us with student retention because it allows us to recapture students who we can continue to serve. But I think the unique part of it is that the tie is between getting a high school diploma, not a GED, but a high school diploma, and then as soon as that's accomplished, looking at how the same resources that we allow other students in other settings to do dual enrollment, how that process can unfold in a setting like this. So again, I think what this shows is the foresight of the president of GRCC to look at how we take a student population that might be viewed as non-traditional and create a pipeline for them from high school to community college, all in the same setting. And I think it takes a lot of foresight to come up with a concept like that.
This, the superintendent said about pelling out, reference to the federal government's Pell Grant for students. And we both, as we talked about students coming to the community college and looked at courses that they were enrolled in, many of them were spending a year in developmental education and using that Pell Grant money for their first year of college. This model is designed so that folks with a high school diploma coming through this program are college ready with 4 years of Pell Grant eligibility, so they will not go for 2 or 3 years and then run out of the federal funding and in effect stop out of school. That is a very key component to this. You're college ready when you finish this program.
Any other questions? Then that means that we both did our assignment. That's good. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you very much for coming. Thank you. And good luck.